This In-Wheel Time Car Show is recorded Sunday, June 13th at the Wheelchairs for Warriors Car Show at Bayway Chevrolet in Pearland, Texas. Our next live show returns next Saturday. Enjoy. Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's the In-Wheel Time Car Show today, coming to you from Bayway Chevrolet in Pearland, Texas, and the inaugural Car Show extravaganza benefiting Wheelchairs for Warriors. Coming up this hour, we're going to talk to a few of the participants in today's car show. We'll take a look at the events calendar. Mr. Mars reviews the 2021 Cadillac CT5-V. And we'll have this week's automotive news, all just ahead on today's In-Wheel Time Car Show. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zekin,
yes,
and David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. How you doing over there? You haven't said two words the entire show. Yeah,
here he goes.
call the microphone. I think you got your headset on backwards. And this is our engineer.
It's an engineering trick.
Who makes fun of us when we make a faux pas.
We need an engineer here.
We do need an engineer here. It's good to see you, David.
And you. It's a little warm, but
it is a
there's
little
a lot of folks out here.
There are a lot of folks here, a lot of cars.
A lot.
And we would encourage you to come on out if you're out and about on a Sunday afternoon. It's kind of steamy, but so is everybody here. Everybody's all steamed up.
Oh, steamy.
I'm steamy over what just pulled up. Did you see that?
I did. I saw that.
70. Let's see. It's a 71
HEMI Cuda convertible. White top with a white interior.
And I'm not real sure what
the
color
green?
they call that
it's a green, like a lime green, not a green.
So I'm
What did you say?
What color is it? Grabber
green.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's probably a tribute car because if I remember,
yeah.
if I remember correctly, I think they only made 9 HEMI convertibles,
and they're
in
coming back.
71.
The tribute colors are back as well.
Yep. Well, hopefully he'll come up and talk to us
There
and
you
tell
go.
us more about it. Because if that is a real one,
You
that
like
is
the
a
way
$1
that
million
he just
car.
invites everybody up here.
Come on up. Make me a sandwich.
Well,
and come
tell
on
us
up.
about your Corvette.
Who are we talking to here first? What is your name?
We'll start with your name.
Jess Sharpentier.
Jess Sharpentier. And you're a member of Space City Corvette Club.
Yes, but I bought my 66 T-Bird convertible.
Oh, bought you. Oh, well.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Do you have a Corvette?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And you got a 66 T-Bird as well.
Yeah, I never thought I owned a 66 T-Bird, but I do.
And how did that come about, being a Corvette guy? You know, that's sacrilegious, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
It is.
Well, I bought it from my neighbor. It's been sitting in his garage for about 10 years. He bought it from some fella up north, and he was getting a divorce. So that's how I got it.
Got it.
So he lost the wife and the car together.
Well,
you could have taken the girl and the car. You could
no,
have really done
believe
him a
me,
favor.
Yeah, I know.
No, you didn't want. He wanted only one headache,
So
not two.
what color do you call that?
It's called Sahara Beige.
Sahara beige, and it's got the tune-out cover on it. So
Yes.
it's got the back seat cover, which was actually a factory option, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Not a common one, but so you see them every now and then. So when you drove in, I saw that, and I'm like, that's actually pretty cool.
Wait, run that by me again.
So-
I don't understand what that means.
His Thunderbird is a
Yes.
4-seat car. Well, I don't think he could do. Is it buckets in the back? So there's bucket seats in the back. They actually have a cover that fits over the back seats that kind of gives like little headrest bumps to the front seats. Nobody can sit in the back with it, so it gives it the appearance of being a
would they
two-seater.
make? There's a factory thing.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
To make it cool to be a Corvette chaser.
No, but I mean, I'm seriously. I mean,
They
because
were-
I know that the Thunderbirds were 2-seat coupes that were
Originally.
actually, went up against the Corvettes back in the day. Well, I don't understand why they would put a back seat in there and then cover it up. They just kind of hang on to the past. Is that it?
You know?
He doesn't know
I
either.
have no idea.
I
know
think it's
that
just the style.
they sold more 4-seater Thunderbirds than 2-seaters, but I just think if you had the extra money and you want to look like Batman, that's what you did.
Yeah, because you got to go look at this. It's
you do
actually
kind of
pretty
resemble Batman.
Well,
a little
thank
bit.
you.
Yeah, it's a compliment. I'm just saying.
cool. Says Ward Burton over here.
Ward Burton, that's it. Catwoman.
So what powertrain's in your T-Bird?
It's a 390, 350, 15 horse.
Okay.
It's all original. I sent the original radio to Florida. They fixed the 8-track and they Bluetooth the radio. Original upholstery, original. It possibly could be the original top on that car.
Oh wow.
Now I had it's a fun car. I had to do brakes, water pump, and all that stuff.
Yeah. So how many miles are on it that you can tell?
55,000 original miles.
Oh,
AC
my
car?
gosh.
AC car. And the AC still works.
Oh wow. Still have the R12 in it, or has it been converted
His
over?
R12, I got it off
Probably
eBay.
R6 by then. But
Yeah, could. So I bought 2 cans off eBay and put in it, and it works.
great.
Neat. So how often do you get it out cruising around in it?
Well, I try to rotate between the Corvette Club, and once or twice a week I go to the Seabrook there at Home Depot on Saturday nights. But my grandkids love the T-Bird.
Oh yeah, I would assume so. Now, do you take the two now off so they can ride in it?
Yes, I do.
Okay. How heavy is that piece?
It's one man can do it.
Is it really? Okay. I've never handled one, but it really kind of spreads. It's a big piece.
It is.
So I'm kind of, it's good to hear that it's kind of lightweight.
What's scary about that car is it's got 8 relays, and then it's got 4 limit switches.
To move the top up and down.
And it scares me because I'm always scared something's not going to work.
Right. Well, and
you won't know which one it is.
Well, no, you will, because if I'm correct, they happen in sequence.
Yes.
And if one happens out of sequence, it just stops.
Well, then you got to find out. And so I keep a couple extra relays with me, but I just cross my fingers.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty creative the way that they did it. That the reason they sequence it is so something doesn't start working before it's time.
And something not and jam it up and maybe
break something, break a big metal piece. But there's some real skilled people out there that specialize in. I think there's a guy in Arkansas that specializes in those tops.
And it's kind of like putting up the in-wheel time top.
Oh,
we can't ever do it without breaking it.
Or having 8 people do it.
Or 8 people do it, yeah. So it's kind of like that.
But it's got a fantastic it drives like a 60s car. It has amazing pickup for a big car. I mean, it'll run 100 miles an hour, even though it's 60 years old on the freeway, and feel safe doing that.
4-wheel drums?
Yeah. No, it's got disc
fronts.
Front.
Oh, wow.
This is supposed to be the last year of the convertible. I think they made 5,400 of these.
Oh, wow.
That's all. But I just thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You bet.
Okay.
We appreciate you stopping by. It was a pleasure, sir.
Those
Will do.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good to know.
We had a volunteer. Maybe we can come with us and set this up and take it down for us.
Well, I mean,
we can't do it ourselves.
He knows about relays. We could use help with the camera.
That's a pretty complicated top, and I know that our backdrop sign is pretty complicated too, because we can never seem to manage to get it up and get it down.
It's on a scissor frame.
Without breaking it.
On a scissor frame.
So there's that.
Yep. It'll work.
See, he drives in and immediately goes on the radio about his car.
And we should have invited him to Tailpipes and Tacos next week.
Well, we probably will.
You talking about me?
Talking about you.
You guys chased me down in the parking lot.
Chased you
That's
down.
right. Well, I saw you when you drove through this way. I'm like, 71 convertible Hemi.
70.
70?
71.
Fooled you. That's a 70 with 71 sheet metal.
Okay. Well, for me, the 71 is about the vertical slats in the grill. The 70 doesn't have the vertical slats in the grill. So that's why I said 70. I apologize. It's a 70, but you cheated.
Well, I didn't cheat. The guy by the name of Kevin out of Kentucky.
You want to sit a little closer up?
Okay.
We got
out of Kentucky built it. I just bought the car 3 weeks ago. And
stunningly beautiful.
Beautiful.
And can I assume it's a tribute car?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They only built 13
In 70?
in 71.
71. Okay. I thought
Yeah.
it was 9, but 13.
No, in Mecum they had one that showed up from France, an original car, and it got up to $4.7 million and didn't sell.
Well,
Yeah, I
maybe
wish
that's
that
why.
was that one right there. You know.
Exactly. Do I know you?
Have you ever watched Texas Metal?
Uh-huh.
I was a second episode.
Okay.
The Tugboat and Barge Company.
Yep.
We brought
Oh, okay.
That's I think I know you through Stan Holt and through he has Car Circle friends that I know.
Well, yeah, they did
Yeah.
Catalente for
Cadillac, yeah.
for
Stan.
Stan
Oh
Holt.
yeah, Cadillac. Yeah. We're all that same group.
Yeah.
Bill over there built I built a '55 Chevrolet truck.
No,
Yeah,
well,
so I do know you.
Yeah, you do know me.
yeah,
I do know you.
we're sorry to hear that.
I don't have a TV.
We
so I've never seen it.
apologize. We have to drag him around because he's the talent, supposedly.
Well, I live off of Lake Houston, but I found a garage place over here I really like, so I bought a couple of garages, that Garage Ultimate or Ultimate Garage, whatever they call
Yeah.
it, off of 2351.
Yep.
So I bought some garages. That's where these cars have been coming from because the '57 Chevrolet over there's mine too.
Okay. Oh, wow. I love the Chevy, too, when it pulled in, because that's very factory colors, but not a very factory car.
Well, it's got a LS1 in it with a 480 LE transmission.
Well,
Yeah.
I couldn't tell that, but I could hear the engine when you drove by.
You're a convertible guy, huh?
Well, it's only 2 convertibles I have.
Oh, okay.
So
What a great day to bring them out.
It is. It's just kind of hot. I didn't know if I wanted to bring that white top down or not yet.
So tell us about the Cuda.
Well, I went and looked at 2 cars. One car up at Volo Museum in Chicago, and another one at RK Motors in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Very famous place to buy.
Yeah,
cars
and
at
what I
RK.
really liked about those guys there is they put the car up on a rack, let you see everything. Underneath the cars is as nice as it is on top. So they weren't trying to hide everything. It was an easy way to go buy a car. So, but I like going and see the car personally. I don't like sending somebody to go look at the car.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful car. The white interior, is it a torque flight or a shifter car?
It's a shifter, 4-speed. It's got the pistol
Pistol
shift.
grip?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's got the correct engine. The guy went when he started building the car. It was a 318 car,
Okay.
but it was 4-speed, and it was the Plum Crazy.
Mhm.
But he liked that green better. I think I like the green better too. It's a
Oh.
little bit more shock factor.
It's definitely got shock factor.
Well, especially with the white. The white accent.
The white accents.
But he actually found a guy that was a big Mopar guy up in Kentucky, and the guy had passed away. And he had a couple of original blocks and heads and transmissions and rear end. So he went in there and just went to town and bought a bunch of stuff. So this guy he's built about 3 or 4 cars.
Of the tributes.
Yeah, the tributes.
So I'll ask the other question. You been out to HEMI Hideout?
I have not yet. I heard a lot about it.
that's-
though.
You need to
you
come
need to
out.
go.
John Hovis is a very good friend of ours and a friend of the show. And
They just recently had an
you
event.
bring that out, and John will drool over it.
Well, you'll see others that John has as well.
Yeah, well, John's got a Hemi tribute, but
Right.
it's the
Yellow.
the one he drives on the street.
Oh.
With the big fatties on the back.
It's a red one.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
it's
tubbed
it's
car.
a green one. But
Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
You would appreciate it. I mean, if you like.
and John would appreciate your cars as well, because he is quite the Mopar fanatic.
Do you know Dale Holquist?
I know Dale Holquist real well.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
That's where the connection
gosh.
is.
He's done a lot of he does all my glass work, elite glass, but also my interior work.
Yes.
He's real good on interior work.
Yes, he is.
He's done a couple cars with me, and he's also a brother drag racer.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Oh, very much so.
We drag race a lot at Royal Purple, so
And so you know the Emmons brothers too.
I think I do.
I gotta admit it. Yeah, and they're probably watching.
Yeah, they got
this-
about 8 or 9 cars. Here I am just one car.
and they're interchangeable, right?
Yeah, they are.
So, Earl, what other cars do you have in your collection? I don't know why we haven't met before, but
We
you're
got,
walking around here, and I'm thinking, I know him.
Well, I was one of the nuts. I do like Mopar. I was one of the nuts that had to have a Demon. And so I waited the 9 months, and I got me I have a Demon. I have a mango
Right.
orange
Okay.
with the blacked off top and all that. And then I like the new Corvette, so we went and got a new Corvette. And what else?
This guy, so let me just say this about him. I really don't know him. This is the first time I've actually met him in person.
But you want to be him.
Well, yeah, I guess everybody does. If you're a car guy, you always want to be the other guy, you know.
Right.
But I appreciate your taste and I appreciate your passion when it comes to cars, because you're one of us. And
Well, you know, I just sold my business, and so that's why I kind of appreciate them a little bit more right now.
did
So,
you sell your business?
I did. I sold my business.
Well,
back
Lord,
in
I mean,
November.
that's your baby, isn't it? I mean,
I'm a consultant for 3 years, so they'll let me in the gate every now and then.
yeah.
Yeah, I would think
But
so.
but you've owned your business for a long time.
45 years.
Yeah. So you're just ready to say I'm done?
Well, I turned 65 years old 2 weekends
But
ago.
that
so
doesn't
it's-
mean anything. You know that as well as I do.
Well, that's a benchmark when you're supposed to retire, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
that's
that-
what they say.
That's Memorial Weekend, right?
Memorial Weekend.
I turned 64. over that
Really?
weekend,
But he's still working.
Yeah.
But he's still
He's got
working.
another year to go.
He's got another year to
10.
go.
Yeah. So,
Well, I'm still going to work. It's just not going to be in that business.
got you. You've made the connections for 45 years. Now we're going to farm those for a while. I got it. So, do you live nearby? No.
Well, I've got that shop down here. at
Right, the
garage-
shop, yeah.
the
You said you
garage,
lived up-
but I live on Lake Houston.
Okay. You said that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so clearly you had help getting 3 cars here.
The 2 cars. The other car, I didn't bring any more cars.
Oh, just the 2?
Yeah, the 57 and the.
Okay.
And you park next to the ambulance. Have you seen
Yeah.
that one before?
I have not.
Isn't that a cool car?
There's
Have
a
you
pattern
talked to
of
him?
guests here.
Yeah,
It was a
we,
57 Chevrolet, so I had to park next to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
we had them when we talked to them, and they
They're right
said,
over here.
Yeah. They,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a great couple, and
They were telling us the
fascinating.
story about
that ambulance has got a great story, and he can tell you all the details on it.
Was
And-
it got an original 283 in it?
Yeah.
They said it was one of 7 that was built.
The
All 7 are still in
the
existence.
fascinating thing about that is that they cut the car right back past the B pillar, and I guess that all the rest of it is hand built from the back end. It's unbelievable. I had no clue. I don't know how they make any money off of something like that, but apparently they didn't.
Well, I just
7
hope
cars.
that you guys don't need it for its intended purpose.
Well,
Right,
it's an
intended
ambulance hearse combo.
Uh-oh.
And their last name is Graves, of
Yeah.
all things.
Oh, really? You should have painted the thing black and put a motif of a cemetery or a mortuary or something on the side of it to go all the way.
Well, they have the matching 57 truck to go with it.
Yeah. So, what are your plans now that you're retired?
Well, I've got my granddaughter visiting. She just graduated high school. She's going to be here in a little bit.
Oh, cool.
And she went. They call it the It Girl. She's a cover model on a magazine, but she also did cheerleading in high school. She's a wrestler, and she got her ASC certification for automotive in high school.
Good for her.
Great.
And so we're building a 1955 Chevy Gasser straight axle car at my shop just right down the road. And she is an awesome MIG welder. And
Really?
So we're changing the floorboards out in the car. In fact, I've got pictures on my phone right here showing her. She's grinding it, preparing the surface where the 2 butt pieces are on the floorboard. And she's welding it, and then she's down there with a grinder. She's getting with it. She's got her coveralls, and she's having fun. She's in heaven right now with Grandpa.
I was going to say, that's
That is-
skills.
That is awesome.
Welding skills is one I never got.
So tell me about Bill up there at Extensive, and how was that? How was that marriage? How did you
Had
manage
that
to get
experience.
him to do your work?
I had a 66 Chevy pickup that I wanted to bag that had a blower motor in it, and you went to different places and they could do the bolt-on stuff, but they couldn't actually do
the metal work.
the fabrication. And he is what you see. He's actually in there working.
Right.
You know, he's the real deal.
Well, I think it was his work that ended up developing into the company that he's got. You know, listening to the story, I think it was his dad kind of.
His dad grew up on that piece of property. His dad had a little welding shop.
Mm-hmm.
But and then his best friend Tim works there with him, and then he's got another, big group around him and all.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill's a lot of fun. You could see, he just got into his wife's Cadillac, kind of deliberate. He can't leave stuff alone. I don't know if you've seen that Denali kind of that he put up in the air. You know,
up in the air, you need an elevator to get into it.
But what's funny is Tim has a white F-250 pickup truck
with all the tubes.
But Bill was 2 inches higher. So Tim tore that truck completely apart. Now he's higher than Bill is. He couldn't stand
until
it.
Tim redoes his. Yeah. Until Bill redoes his.
That's too funny. So, because that was a few 2-3 years ago.
That's about 3 years ago when they did my truck. But after he did that one vehicle for him, the '66 Chevy, I told him, I said, I got a purple truck that something's wrong with the brakes. That sucker doesn't want to stop. And I said, I'd like to put some brakes on it and, just maybe a little bit with the interior or whatever. And he come over and looked at the truck. And first he called it the Barney Mobile because it was purple. And purple's a nice color on a car, but he just did not like that purple. He made fun of me the whole time. So he got the truck over there, and we were just going to do a little bit of interior and put the brakes on it. And then it went from one thing to another. We're going to pull the bed up and do the bed, put wood in the bed. And then we're going to raise the blower and put your hood back on. And so, after a couple months, they just, well, Earl, you just need to go ahead and repaint that truck,
And you did.
And so I did, but I let him paint it the color he wanted to paint it. So it was a surprise.
Now, does he have a paint shop on premise?
He's got a paint shop. He's got another guy by the name of John that owns Twisted Interiors that does his interiors.
That and the interior work they do is superb.
Right.
It's very out of the box stuff. And this guy just kind of thinks out of the box. He'll fab something that's kind of all swoopy looking and then lay lights and glass and plexiglass and stuff on it, kind of almost make it dance. They did the starlights in the roof panels.
In the milk truck.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Awesome.
With all the fiber optics and stuff. Yeah. But some real talented folks up there.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
Well, it has been.
Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
I think I've got a granddaughter showing up, and I'm supposed to be hanging out with her, and she's a lot cuter than you guys are.
So does she get to drive the HEMI?
No, she's not on my my insurance. She's 18 years old. I don't think I can afford that right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, guys.
Earl, thank you very much. We really
problem.
appreciate
It's a pleasure.
your time.
You bet.
Take care.
And we'll see you again, I know.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, time now for the events calendar. You got something going on in the events calendar?
Oh, yeah. Well, next weekend is Tailpipes and Tacos out at Katy location off of Kingsland and 99.
That's 8 to 11.
8 to 11. And then also Pictures with Race Cars at the Chick-fil-A off of 2920 in Tomball. That's from 11 to 2. Also on June 19th is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. is car meet at Brewster's Real Ice Cream at 7939 Louetta in Spring. And then there's also going to be down off of Telephone Road a charity show for a baseball team, and that's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Cool.
And
Now look what time it is.
That's right.
The time is for Mr. Mars
Ta-da.
to do his review of the Cadillac CT5-V.
Well, let me tell you about that car.
Please do.
I did that review yesterday
You did.
because I screwed up on the schedule and put it
Remember?
up yesterday.
Today's a Mercedes.
And today I'm doing the Mercedes that I had on the schedule for yesterday, but I did the Caddy because I did the Caddy for the schedule for today, but I actually did it yesterday on your copy.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
So now here's Mike with something mysterious and new.
The mysterious new car showroom.
Here we go.
Where we're talking about the 2021 Mercedes-Benz E450 4MATIC Coupe. So this is the all-wheel drive version. They've been putting the E-Series out since 2017. Got a lot of different things you can get in that you can get a sedan, you can get a wagon, you can get a coupe, and you can get a convertible. We happen to have the E450 Coupe. Now, for 2021, it's got a few things that are new to it. We happen to have the night package. So the front, there's a splitter, the rear diffuser, got side mirrors, and window trim is all blacked out, nice black, and that even matches the 19-inch AMG wheels that have black accents that are on it. I would like to note that this was a beautiful red color. It was a $1,000 option to have that color of paint on it.
Really?
What is up with that? Would you please explain that to us?
Well, a lot of times those paints are a tri-coat paint that they do, and they just charge extra because it's an extra process.
So can you actually get a regular car that has regular paint on it that you don't have to pay even more for?
Correct.
I think so. But this is it was listed as a $1,000 option.
No, I hear
Yeah.
you.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
So up front, we're going to find adaptive high beam lighting. It's all LED lighting all the way around. We had a power sunroof, which on a day like today I would not be a particular fan of. But when we got into the inside of it, again, this is some really cool stuff. We had the white Napa leather interior, which is another little option that we had. Had the rapid heating front seats so that it didn't take very long to heat up if you need some heat back there.
Oh, yeah, like today.
Even heated armrest on this particular vehicle to go along with the massaging seats up front. The rear seat is a split folding seat, so you can put some stuff in there. We had the 12.3-inch touchscreen in the middle connected to the 12.3-inch digital instrument panel, so it looks like this really long, 2-foot-long panel there that's got all your digital stuff on it. It all looks like one big one.
You used that massaging seat a lot, didn't you?
I sure did, every chance I got. And this is also where you're going to find the Mercedes user experience, so it's real nice and convenient to have all that up there. We even had a heads-up display and the surround view camera, so we had a lot of technology here so that we could see a lot of things from the driver's compartment. It had a wireless charging system, and this is one of the few that I got to work for my camera. I've always had a problem with my camera and my camera case, but this one picked it up and jumped all over it.
Your camera and every other camera that you own.
That's right. It's kind of tough. It also had the lighted door seals and what they call the soft closed doors. When you go to close the doors,
Yeah.
it's kind of a nice
Pulls it
luxury
in,
touch.
you kind of close it, and then it pulls it in.
So
Yeah,
when
the
you're trying to
windows
get
kinda
in the
cracking up.
house about 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't want to wake up your wife or the
That's right.
neighbors. That'll do it.
And, of course, you got to keep if you're doing that, you got to keep the Burmeister surround sound system turned down.
You
if
sure
that's
do.
what you're after.
Yeah, I've always said that.
Burmeister.
Yes. Now, to keep this thing running like you want it to, because it's a coupe and it's all-wheel drive, had a 3.0 inline six-cylinder turbo up front, 362 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque, backed by a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now, this is a mild hybrid, and so you've got this electric connection there, and really what this does, it does have the start and stop system in it, but you really don't notice it. It pretty well eliminates that because of the way it reacts. But they're still calling it a mild hybrid. And you can take this thing and you can crank it up and put it over into the sport drive mode. And it adjusts it to a certain extent, but it's kind of like a comfortable sport mode. It doesn't really get rough or anything like that. It's more like a fun coupe driving car. And because of the hybrid situation on it, the Monroney we had didn't have any final details on it, but I found several places that rated it at a combined EPA rating of 26 because of the hybrid. I happened to get 24. Had to move around a little bit and check it all out. One thing about ride and handling, now it had the air suspension on it for the body roll control system. So when you go around the corners and stuff, it kind of wants to compensate for that, but it was really a quiet ride. And the mild hybrid, like I say, it makes the start-stop almost unnoticeable in this vehicle. So if you're looking for something to compare it to, you might look at the BMW 5 Series. Going to start up around 54.2. Audi A6 starts at 54.9 and goes up with options. Even the Cadillac CT5 at 47,795 falls into that same category.
You bet it does.
With options going up on that. Now, the base coupe that we were looking at was $67,450. Now, MSRP is tested. We had a few options, including the AMG styling package for $2,300 and a couple of the others I mentioned. But MSRP is tested $85,849.
I just wanted to mention to you, the Burmeister, I had a pair of those shoes, and they were absolutely awesome.
The surround sound.
The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. Podcasts available at your favorite podcast provider. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
Let me tell you about a locally owned and operated group of dealerships called Bayway. Bayway owner Daryl Wisniewski is born and raised right here, and he knows Houstonians better than anyone. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Bayway Lincoln, and Bayway Chevrolet are managed by Lincoln Stahl. And when you get to know these guys, you'll want to become part of the Bayway family too. Feel good that you're part of Houstonian-owned Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com, Bayway Chevrolet.com, and Bayway Lincoln.com. Remember the name, Bayway. Tailpipes and Tacos expands again. Now you'll be able to participate at 3 Loopy Tortilla locations. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier Saturday morning cruise-in, featuring made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and good times. Mark your calendar for Saturday, June 19th for Tailpipes and Tacos, now at 3 Loopy Tortilla locations. Highway 249 in Tomball, West U on 59 near Kirby, and in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. At Tailpipes and Tacos, you'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at 3 Loopy Tortilla Mexican restaurants in Katy, Tomball, and West U. Drag racer car enthusiast and Loopy founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise-in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m. The In Real Time Car Show will be broadcasting from the Katy location. Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday morning, June 19th, 8 to 11 a.m., now at 3 locations, Tomball, Katy, and West U, weather permitting. You see all the new ceramic car wash cleaners on TV now, but John Gray at Gulf Coast Auto Shield has been using ceramic coatings on Houston's most expensive cars for years, and he'll tell you that nothing beats the real thing. Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs a coating over your paint that actually comes with a warranty. If you just picked up your Lambo, your Aston Martin, Porsche, Ferrari, any other exotic car, chances are your car will have company that have already found Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Now, you don't have to own an exotic. Maybe you got a truck, an SUV, or even an older vehicle that needs a little love. Well, let John Gray give it a look and give you an estimate on refurbishing that paint and making your vehicle look new again. How about getting a gift certificate for the wife's birthday or anniversary from Gulf Coast Auto Shield and tell her, honey, I know you love your car, so why don't we get it looking new again? It'll be the best gift ever, one that she'll never forget. Get hold of John Gray at gcautoshield.com or give him a call, 832-264-0670. Gulf Coast Auto Shield.